Um, uh, um, it's never, it's never taken this long to render the clothes and the rest of the body. I'm taking a screenshot of that because it's funny. Uh, wow. Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this. Welcome back to the darkest of tides, and it's also Pride Month. I know I already uploaded a video for Pride Month, and the first of the Pride Month, it was a bizarre video because I very responsibly played Elden Ring Night Rain all day yesterday till like midnight, and then I was like, oh wait, I have to record a video. I do have some Elden Ring Night Rain footage, but not enough to really throw it together in a video. I at least want to defeat the boss I've been stuck on to end it on a happy note. Um, so yeah, happy Pride Month to all gay people and to the straights that celebrate. Well, all gay people except one. You know who you are. And to the straight people that celebrate. But for that, are we back? We're back. The build we are running today is a little different than usual. It's a bit of a classic Ogryn build. A lot of explosions. We have the battle maul and slap shield simply because I wanted to bring out this puppy. You know what I'm saying? We have the rumbler with the adhesive charge and shattering impact, and then we have heavyweight, smash 'em, best defense, big friendly grenade, and we have indomitable stomp, going down indomitable stomping boots with soften them up, pumped up, slam, strike true, batter, bone breaker Zora, and we have bruiser, get stuck in, attention seeker, no pushover, frenzied blows, delight and destruction, dominate, heavy hitter, I almost said heavy stone hitter, unstoppable, just getting started, and impactful. That's the build. Let's get into a game, shall we? Once again, my settings did get reset. In fact, unfortunately, I wasn't able to check them before I was in. So I'll have to do that as we get into the mission real quick. But yeah. A town in, I think, Sweden or Switzerland. This is unrelated to gay news. Town buried by glacier. Yeah, a Swiss town was buried under a glacier. This was like a week or so ago. It was kind of a crazy thing to hear about for a few reasons. One, a town got buried under a glacier, and two, depth of field medium, global illumination low, and then we have where is it? Scenery action off, and that'll do for now. No one, I don't think anyone got hurt, if I recall. Simply because they had evacuated the town beforehand. Because scientists were like, "Hey, y'all gotta go," and the Swiss were like, "Okay, we'll leave." So they did. And because of that, they didn't get mushed into a million itty-bitty pieces. Of course, if that happened in America, they would just call the scientists woke and they get buried under millions of tons of rubble. But I digress. It's just crazy. I assume the cause was global warming. At the time I read the article, there wasn't a determined cause. At least in the article, they didn't say. So I'm just going to assume it was global warming. Maybe it was earthquake. I don't know if Switzerland is prone to earthquakes. Okay, thank God the Psyker's knives got to that gunner. Whew. Gunners are locked in this patch. I'll tell you that for a piece of cheese. Well, that sucks. Alrighty. I kinda gotta lock in a little bit here. Alrighty. How many days left? 7 days. Okay, I gotta play Darktide off the screen more because I gotta complete the event. I want that 500 Aquilas. I'm broke. I need the money. But yeah. Global warming is one of those things. Like when I think about it, I get incredibly sad because I just know that humanity probably won't do a thing about it. Because one, a huge people have been able to convince a huge chunk of the population that global warming simply doesn't exist and is part of like the gay agenda or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, man, shit. Anyway, my money is hopefully the Chinese will save us from America's sins or whatever. It's a nice century. I just didn't expect it to be Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Completely unrelated to my former sentence. Let it be known that I am against the idea of a live-action Legend of Zelda film. Vehemently. I believe it is it would not, an animated medium would fit Legend of Zelda infinitely better than a live-action medium. But they are reportedly looking at the actress Hunter Schafer to play Zelda, and I don't know if you've ever seen Hunter Schafer. I see her a lot because people thirst over her on my timeline because she's got some bazongas, and is like dangerously pretty, like incredibly one of those sharp faces, like she is the most Twilight Princess Zelda to ever Zelda in ever existence ever. So that would be the only redeeming factor of the movie. Now I don't know who they're gonna do to cast Link. Probably like Chris Pratt or Tom Holland or Adam Sandler. Actually, Adam Sandler is Link. I'd be there day one, hour one. But yeah. That is the only one redeeming thing about that movie I can see is Hunter Schafer being cast as Zelda, simply because she looks the part so much. Now, do I know if she's a good actor or not? I presume she is because Hideo Kojima is like obsessed with her. So like any actor that Hideo Kojima likes, they're typically good actors. God, they gotta let that guy make a movie. I get it, he likes making games, but they should like. Ow! I think I got killed for someone else's sin right there. I think it wasn't even aimed at me. I think I literally just caught the bullet on my toe that was going for the psyker. I've never actually been like collateraled by that on accident. I've had snipers shoot through me before and not do damage, although then again that was a long time ago. Maybe that was a bug. The one downside to this build is that you don't have an answer for snipers really. So it's a bit rough. Because obviously your range is incredibly low. Now if you had rocks it wouldn't be a problem, but I don't have rocks, so it is a problem, you know? Oh no, okay, yeah, the trapper is tweaking out over here. I thought I made up the trapper in my mind. I was like, did I just see a trapper? But no, it was in fact just tweaking. By the nines, I'm tweaking. Apparently I opened up my Windows bar right there. There's a lot of Maulers around here. You know, the Bulwark Shield remains one of the Ogryn's best melee weapons, if not the best statistically, but I'm glad it's been like, it hasn't been replaced, I wouldn't say, but like it's been, ow, rude. I wanted to not get shot there, but then I did get shot. I am getting rinsed right now. What is happening to me? I blame not having any bagels for breakfast. But the king of the hitbox is still the the slap shield, no doubt about it. Luckily there's a med station up ahead, so hopefully it'll have a charge for me. Ow. Another sort of downside to this build is that it doesn't have a lot to do for gunner lines, because the Rumbler's not very good. Like, it's good crowd control, but it's not, like, good crowd killing, unlike something like the Ripper Gun would be. Perhaps this is just my Ripper Gun supremacy infecting my opinions, and it most likely is, but what can I say? Goddamn, do I love a Ripper Gun. I do wish the Rumbler was a bit better. I wish they buffed it a little bitty bit. I know that I could have taken perks like, oh, increased explosion size, but I think I don't think the Rumbler should have to need that perk to, like, do good. Or, like, do really good. I'm not saying the Rumbler's a bad gun by any means. The Rumbler's a great gun. I just wish it was a little better. In terms of, like, crowd killing. It is a grenade launcher, after all. But I guess the Ogryn doesn't need a million crowd-killing weapons. He already has the Ripper Gun and the Ripper Gun. Oh, and I guess the twin-linked heavy stubbers are good crowd killers. Gotta use one of those. It's been a while since I've used one. There is a fella coming up. I really don't want to fight him right here, actually, I've decided. I guess, can you knock? I know you can knock them over with a bull charge, but I assume you probably can't do it when you're... Luckily, the slap shield actually does, like, decent damage against shield, too, which is nice. Probably helps that I have heavy hitter stacks, but, like, my point stands. And, man, just, like, obviously on the knife and the club, you want a light attack spam with occasional heavy attacks when you need them. But the heavy attacks on the slap shield just feel so good. Alright, well, hopefully... You know, the people who have the mods... Oh, there's 3. Beautiful. The perfect amount. You're yanking me? What the fuck was that? What did I even get caught on there? I wasn't on... Huh? So glad I lost, like, 10 fucking million HP for that. I don't even know... What did I get killed at? Did I get caught on that? No. Nope, none of the rebars have any hitboxes. I am dealing with 4 Toxflamers. Yeah, yank me. Really wish the Zealot didn't drop down. I'll drop down, whatever. I'm still so pissed at that one. I don't even know what I got caught on. I think it's just a classic Ogryn bug moment of getting a dead charge. Anyway. Happy Pride, everybody. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna download Space Marine 2 for the Endless update, or the Defense Mode update, Siege Mode, whatever it's called. Simply because, I don't know. It's fun, but like... It's one of those things where I'm like... Do I really want to play it? Because like one issue with, like, unless I'd have to see how the Siege Mode is. I'd have to see how it is. Because if there's a lot of dead time between waves, I'm like, get me out of here. Oh, it's... Oh, I couldn't get it down in time. Well, at least I didn't waste it then. I'm getting like... God damn it. I accidentally threw it down. That was my bad. So what happened there was, since I had it in my hand as I went down, when I got up, instead of it swapping to a weapon or something, it swapped to, it just kept on my thing, and I, like a dumbass, didn't swap it as I got rezzed. That is a bit my bad, but at least we're taking some damage, so it worked out in the end or whatever. I'm getting rinsed this match. I'm not used to running this build. It's been a while since I've ran a build like this. Gotta get used to the ins and outs of it. Die, please. Thank you. Just far too many mutants right there, actually. I'd really love to find a grenade. Alright, well, I'm out of ammunition now. I will go around. Ooh, there we go. That's something I was looking for earlier. I thought I saw one earlier in that fight in the room with the chaos spawn, but it was in fact just a tainted skull. Whew. Oh, you know, I mentioned this in my Bazaar video, but since it's June, I hope you're all ready for the attention or the engagement farming post of being like, oh, it's Men's Mental Health Month, and I care so much about men's mental health. Now, let me be said, there's nothing wrong with caring about men's mental health, but these people only do it because it's Pride Month. Right? Because they're always like, all the posts are always like, man, it's everyone talks about, you probably won't know this because Pride Month, but it's Men's Mental Health Month. It's like, buddy, you posted this last year. Whew. Alright. Just reload my gun while I have a second. And once again, two things can be true. It can be both Pride Month and men's mental health, but men, I mean, I've said this once, I've said it 1,000 times, I'll say it 1,000 times more. Men don't give a shit about their mental health. They don't. They don't. And then they're upset when no one gives a shit about it. Well, like, buddy, you need to give a shit about it first. Like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's uncomfortable to say, but if men gave a shit about their mental health, maybe their suicide rates wouldn't be so high. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying it as an acknowledgement. Because, like, men, I mean, they do this to, not only to, like, gay and trans people, which will also have, trans people, very high suicide rate, unfortunately. But that's pre-transition. Post-transition, the numbers drop. But are still higher than they should be. But they'll treat people who are having bad mental health like shit, or they'll alienate them, or whatever. Like, they'll treat opening up as gay as if that's a bad thing. And then there's, like, no support system, so they, unfortunately, do something they can't get back. It's a sad tale, but unfortunately it's a man-made issue that men refuse to fix. I'm like, fellas, it's not that hard. It's okay to cry. Ain't no one's gonna get you. Like, I remember what Macho Man Randy Savage said. Oh, does the Macho Man ever cry? Oh, I've flown with the eagles, and I've slithered with the snakes, and I've felt and experienced every emotion the human body can. Oh, yeah. When what makes you macho is not that you don't cry, but after you get knocked down, you get back up, or whatever. It's paraphrasing, but he said something like that. And TLDR was, it's okay to feel like shit. You just have to, like, don't, like, hide your feeling like shit, and then, you know, shit gets real bad. Yeah. There's a stink bomber up there. Bastard. Stop pushing me around. I've been pushed around so much this game. Stop it. By snipers, bosses, chaos spawns. Now I know that chaos spawns are supposed to spawn, but I've had it where sometimes chaos spawns don't spawn, so I went, because they didn't hear the spawn noise, and look how wrong I was. Our BDs comes out this month, very looking forward to that. Oh, but let me finish my statement about men's mental health. Fellas, just because it's Pride Month doesn't mean you have to be like, oh, why don't anyone care about men? You built the society, men, okay? You have to acknowledge that society was built by men, okay? By a male, patriarchal society. You can control the flow of events. If you want to start caring about men, if people start caring about men's mental health, do it outside of June. Organize. Do some fundraisers, alright? It's the same thing. It was like people like, oh, why is there no, like, straight pride parades? It's like, buddy, who do you think's organizing the gay pride parades? Gay people. If you want to celebrate your heritage as, like, a white guy, go right ahead. Learn about your heritage and celebrate it. No one will stop you. As long as you're not, you know, doing the Elon. There's so many, like, societal problems can be fixed by people simply, like, thinking, but in America, thinking is illegal. I feel like I've seen, like, 5 of these this mission, maybe 4, but way more than usual. It's not even that long of a mission. Excuse me, I'm breaking this, could you not? Did I go over the chaos spawn, or did it... I wanted to shoot it over, but then I ended up just shooting the chaos spawn in the face, or so I thought. I see. I do remember though there was this is like unrelated, and now I'm not talking with any like serious connotation. There was this weird thing. It happened on like around 2016, 2017, some year like that, where people tried to get straight like weirdos on Twitter tried to get straight pride to be a thing, but no one took it seriously because they used the Pornhub colors, and it was called super straight, and it was definitely a dog whistle for like Nazism. So like there was a myriad of reasons why no one took it serious, but the Pornhub colors was probably the biggest factor, and then also it being called super straight, just incredibly corny. Now, if you don't know what super straight means, at the time it literally just meant they only dated women. I'm like, that's just being straight. Or like, you know, they only dated women or men if they're the opposite gender, which I'm like, that's just being straight with no extra steps, actually. It's just the same amount of steps. You just instead decided to call it super straight, which is SS for short, and made it the Pornhub colors. So I think you're a weirdo, probably. Yoink. Yeah, that died pretty quick because people were like, "You're fucking. Why do you have the?" Probably because people were like, "Why do you have the Pornhub colors in your icon there, buddy? You need to tell us something." Wow, that guy left. Really crazy. See, sometimes I like getting down in Darktide because it means I get to browse my phone. I know that blocking doesn't do anything for the Nurgle stuff, but it makes me feel safe. Floating. Ah. I'm not gonna run after that ammo. Oh, I guess I'll go. In what universe? I want to let you know, guys, I hit the F button like 5 seconds before it actually went off. Like, my hand was even off the keyboard because I was scratching my... Well, it wasn't off the keyboard. My fingers were off the keyboard. Except for one. My hand was off my mouse because I was scratching my eyebrow. I don't know why I said they were off the keyboard. But, like, the only finger on the keyboard at the time was W. Alrighty. Home stretch. How many skulls did we get this? We got like the 1,000 skulls or something like that, I think. Maybe a little more, not including the counting, just off the pillars we got like 1,000 skulls. We probably got like 1,030 with the mini skulls or something. Hopefully we'll see a grenade somewhere along these lines. I'm a little disappointed in myself that I missed the headshot on the sniper there. Didn't even hit the sniper, so that's even like worse. And one thing I've successfully done to sort of retap the super straight like nonsense from 2017, just to prove the weirdness of every time I see something like crazy on Twitter, like something horrible, and be like, wow, these people are like evil. One, it reassures me that my enemies are in fact evil, and two, I have to remember that real life isn't like Twitter. Some of these guys are in real life, but most of these guys are one of two things. They're either bot farms from India, or they are just people who don't leave their basement and I will never have to engage with them in real life. Because you'll find the default for most people is kindness. Or at least not kindness, but maybe not kindness, but not being mean. And there's a bit of a difference, right? Because I wouldn't say I'm a kind person, but I wouldn't say I'm mean, right? Like, I don't know what that term would be. Like, just polite, I guess would be the term, because you don't have to be kind to be polite. I guess that's the term. Most people are polite. In real life, essentially, because, like, online, once again, online, there are no consequences, basically. Well, sometimes there are, and there should be more consequences for what you post online. Which is why, like, I think, like, Brittany, that's not what they're called. I have an aunt named Brittany. Germany and Britain sort of have the right idea of being like, hey, your words online does not, you say some crazy shit online, there's going to be some repercussions. Now you may be saying, but isn't that against free speech? I'm like, not really. You can say what you want, and free speech is for, like protesting the government, not saying you want to kill all trans people, but, it's, some people see it differently, unfortunately. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Damn, we missed one. Sad day. A grenade for me. Yippee! Unless it's by Metal Face. Wow, that coffee does not taste good. Holy shit. That is watery. What the hell happened? Oh well, I'll drink it anyway. I'm not one to pour coffee down a sink. Like, it'd have to be incredibly watery for me to, like, pour coffee down a sink. And that's, like, a little watery. It's not very, like, not super, it's coffee enough. Jum joined at the end. Guys, did they make the cams more chatty? I feel like I hear them yap a lot more than usual. Yeah, they definitely made them a lot more chatty. Bounce that guy into my shield, get wrecked, idiot. Nice. Bit of a rough. Get the skull. Bit of a rough start for sure, but we pulled it back. Forgot to inject many such cases. Me when I'm transgender and I forget to do my hormones. That was a bit of a stretch. Oh, we got a slap shield. Nice. Basically, like, when you get the weapon you just beat a mission with, it's kind of like the mandate of the Emperor. But alrighty, if you missed one video, I love you. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Happy Pride, or don't. I'm not your mother, but you better brush your teeth. Now have a good one. Bye-bye.